About to open some Night Wanderer, the newest Pokemon trading card game set, just released actually on Friday, and today is Monday, so this is very quick turnaround. Very thrilled about this set. We've got the the Loyal 3, is that what they're called? Are they the Loyal 3? They're the 3 creatures, the 3 funny guys from the DLC. I don't know. I didn't play the DLC. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think that Scarlet and Violet was a very good game, so I didn't sink any more money into it than I had to. Let's open some packs. For today's booster pack opening extravaganza, I've got 6 boxes of the newest Pokemon trading card game set, Night Wanderer. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon TCG content just like this every weekday. We do pack openings, we do gameplay, we do competitive discussion, we do it all. And if you're watching this because you like booster pack opening, well, my booster pack openings have a little bit of a different angle to them, as I am using the cards that I open in today's video to build competitive decks for the Pokemon TCG, and I show them off on the main YouTube channel and try to see if the new cards are any good. That's really what we do here on Tricky Jim. So very excited about this. Duskull, Dusclops. This is Clops, and then there's Nor. Yes, Yveltal and Galvantula. Am I getting some anti-aliasing? Are you guys noticing that? I had my camera set to like a lower frame rate when I was filming interviews this weekend. Let me fix it. Dude, look at this Q font. That is so cool. Why is he walking in the woods? Why is he carrying rocks? Where is he going? Nobody knows. Axew, Rowlet. Wow, just some great artwork so far. And Duskull. Did I say Duskull? Frick. Dusclops. Yes. Creepy looking Dusclops too, just staring at you from across the hedges. Dang. I mean, this thing is spooky. Why is he just staring with his single eyeball like that? I think this card has a story as well. I think there's like a Duskull, a Dusclops, and a Dusknoir, all art rares. So maybe we can pull the whole set. That would be pretty neat. And the new Colress card as well allows you to search your deck for a special energy and a stadium card. Golbat, Varoom, and that guy. The new Kyurem Lost Box Slayer. It has an ability that allows you to use its attack for just 1 colorless energy if your opponent has any card in the discard pile with Colress in the name. And this attack does 110 damage to 3 different Pokemon. You have to discard all energy attached to it, but 110 to 3 is absolutely crazy, and using it for just 1 colorless energy is also crazy. But Lost Box decks can always just play Manaphy, so they do have that as a built-in defense. But, I mean, you could always canceling Cologne the Manaphy, so there's counterplay to the counterplay. Seadra, Joltik, and the Binding Mochi tool card, which makes it so your poisoned Pokemon deal 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That is pretty neat. This is a really creepy set. I wonder if like creatures gave instructions to the artist to just like be extra creepy this set. That's pretty cool if they did though, honestly. Eevee did not get the creepy memo, clearly. Hypno and Crobat. This Crobat is pretty cool. It allows you to fill your hand to 8 cards if you played like Janine, the Janine supporter from your hand, which accelerates some darkness energy into play and poisons your own active. New United Wings attacker, Dartrix. There are now 4 United Wings attackers in the Pokemon TCG. Nito, Absol, Houndour, Frou-Frou, and a full art Kingdra EX. As far as the full arts go, this is a very pretty one, I have to say. That is a nice looking card. Kingdra, classic Pokemon, Gen 2. Gotta love Kingdra. And this is a pretty cool card as well. Its attack allows you to summon 3 water Pokemon from your discard pile straight to your bench. Doesn't matter if they're a Stage 2, Pokemon EX, VMAX, whatever. You can bring them straight from your discard pile to your bench. And then its attack does 50 damage plus 50 more damage for each water energy attached to Kingdra EX. So it can do like an infinite amount of damage. That's a pretty fun card. Golbat, Fracture, Sneasel, and the new Hourglass Tool card, which accelerates energy from your discard pile to your active at the end of your turn. So kind of a interesting little tool card. I don't know that that effect has been replicated in the Pokemon TCG before, so that's kind of fun. The creepy Drowsy. Love Zubat. I love this Crobat line. I do feel like Crobat usually gets some pretty neat cards. And Cresselia Holo Rare. This attack does 80 damage plus 80 more damage if you flip over one of your own prize cards. And the Genesect, that it makes it so that your opponent can't play A-Spec cards from their hand so long as this Genesect has a tool card attached to it. So some anti-A-Spec technology for the Pokemon TCG is pretty cool. Inkay. And this Duskull. This Duskull is kind of creepy. That's nice. Revavroom EX. Lightning type Pokemon EX with 280 hit points. And it's got this 1 energy attack that does 20 damage plus 120 more damage if it moved from the bench to the active spot during your turn. And its second attack does 250, but you discard the Revavroom and all cards attached to it. You just have to discard it. You have to yeet it completely to the discard. And it does 250 damage. Kind of a fun card. And there is Janine's Technique. New supporter card. Great for darkness type decks. Accelerates energy and poisons your active. We got the new Night Stretcher card, which recovers either a basic energy or a Pokemon from your discard pile to your hand. You have to choose one. Great recovery option. Being an item makes it super flexible and easy to be played in decks. And then this Weavile is pretty neat. It automatically paralyzes the defending Pokemon with its second attack, but you have to discard all energy attached to it. So you could pair it with the Hourglass Tool card, which reattaches energy at the end of your turn and keep your opponent's Pokemon infinitely paralyzed. Yo, in the same box? Let's go. We got Duskull and Dusclops. And I said that this card kind of has a story, right? Like Duskull is walking down the street and then Dusclops is right outside your house. Yeah, hopefully not on my street, all right? It's a little bit sus, I'm not going to lie. Like, why are they creeping up on my business like that? Very cool cards, though. Love the colors on these cards, too. Just like a deep bluish purple. They really got like a mysterious vibe to them. I definitely like that. All right, now we got plenty of boxes to find the Dusknoir. If I don't find the Dusknoir, I'm going to be pretty salty. I'm not going to lie. That Horsey is like unreasonably cute. And Copperajah to go with the very cute Q font. The Copperajah makes it so your opponent can't play any stadium cards from their hand. Its attack does 130 damage plus 100 more damage. But I forget what the I forget what the condition is, all right? But it can do 230 damage for something, but I forget what the... Maybe it's like it can't attack next turn. I think that's probably what it is. 130 damage plus 100, but like the condition is that you can't attack next turn. It's a pretty good card, actually. Locking stadiums could be useful in the Pokemon TCG, especially if you're locking like a... problematic stadium in the active for your opponent to deal with. And there's our first Pecharunt EX, 190 hit points. This Pecharunt EX is a very useful Pokemon. It's got an ability that allows you to switch one of your bench darkness type Pokemon with your active Pokemon, and if you do that, you can leave it poisoned and its attack does 60 damage times the amount of prize cards your opponent has taken, so it ramps up at the end of the game as well. Very cool. And the Poké Vital A A-Spec. There are a few very underwhelming A-Spec cards in this set. Poké Vital A just heals 150 damage from your active, and it cannot be recovered from your discard pile once it goes there. So an interesting A-Spec card. I think this is probably the most interesting of the three. Maybe the Stadium. The Laser is clearly the worst. But this one's kind of fun. You could heal a tanky Pokemon, maybe like Goodra V-Star or something like that with your Poké Vital A. Could be useful. This card reminds me of the Monster Energy drink cans with like the screw on top. We got the new Blood Moon Ursaluna Holo Rare. This thing does 100 damage, plus 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon, and its ability allows you to attach up to 2 fighting energy when you play Blood Moon Ursaluna from your hand to the bench. It allows you to attach up to 2 energy from your hand to the Blood Moon when you play it. Kind of a neat card, but you do have to already have damage on your opponent's Pokemon in order to really do meaningful amounts of damage. Yo, I was really hoping that we would pull this guy. The bear, dude. The freaking bear. The Stuffle Senior. The Beware. There he is. Beware the beware. Beware the beware, bro. Beware the beware. This thing is super cool and creepy looking. I mean, just all of the art rares have been creepy looking so far, right? Wow. Look at them. He's so menacing looking. He looks like he's going to beat you up, if I'm being honest. I don't know that I've seen a stuffed teddy bear look so intimidating, but like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it looks like he's kind of leaning over you on the playground and is like about to pummel your teeth in with his fluffy little paws. The new Cassiopeia supporter card. The Duskull line is pretty cool as well. Both Dusclops and Dusknoir have abilities that spread damage to the opponent's side of the board, but you have to knock them out in order to proc the ability. The new Munkidori EX. It's an EX Pokemon that typically gives up 2 prizes, but this thing's got a nice little ability that makes it only give up a single prize if you have a Pecharunt EX in play. So all you need to do is play these guys together, and then you've got a single prize Pokemon with 210 hit points that could do 190 damage. That's pretty fun. The Dusclops and the Dusknoir are pretty neat. Dusclops, you knock it out, and you can put 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. The Dusknoir, you can knock it out, and I think place like 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon, maybe 13. It's a ridiculously large amount of damage counters. 13 damage counters. But you can't spread them wherever you want. I mean, you can put them on whichever Pokemon you want, but all the damage counters from those abilities have to be placed on the same guy. Tapu Boo Boo. There he is, Tapu Boo Boo. 140 HP, 220 damage. What a unit. Look at that. Head empty. He just smack. That's all he does. Dang, okay, we got our second secret rare of this box, the Full Art Kingdra EX and the Full Art Revavroom EX. That's 2 Revavroom in this box. Cool. Not the biggest fan of the, the white Full Art cards, but like, all right, I'll take it. It's my second secret rare of the box, so I really can't complain there. Usually, Japanese booster boxes come with 1 secret rare. I've never gotten 3 secret rares in a Japanese booster box. Kingdra EX, the regular art, cool. So now we've got 1 full art Kingdra and 1 regular art Kingdra. Still no Ogie Dogie EX yet, but that's okay. This box has been pretty fun. We've got 1 Full Art Kingdra, 1 regular Kingdra, 1 Full Art Revavroom, 1 regular Revavroom. Cool, there go my cards. I'm a professional. There's that Dusknoir, though, I was talking about. 13 damage counters if you knock it out. And the new Xerosic supporter as well. Allows you to force your opponent to discard their hand down to 3 cards. Pretty gnarly. Nothing there. And last pack of booster box number 1. Another nighttime stretcher. Okay. So we did pretty good on booster box number 1. I love the art rares that we got. Beware, Dusclops, and Duskull. But a little bit light on the Loyal 3 so far, especially missing the Okidogi EX. But fortunately, we've got 5 more booster boxes to go. Before I get to the next booster box, I want to do a quick shout out to my sponsor, FullGripGames.com. FullGripGames.com has pre-orders available now for Shrouded Fable sealed product. Shopping at Full Grip Games directly supports the content that I create here on Tricky Gym. I just did a set review of Shrouded Fable on stream today, and there were a lot of really hype new cards to look forward to from this awesome mini set. So make sure to place your pre-orders at FullGripGames.com today. Would really love to see, I feel like it's been a little while since I pulled any of the crazy, special illustration rares or anything, so that would be really hype if we could find, special illustration rare. Got another Crobat there. I'm excited to build the Crobat deck. I think it's possible to build a deck that really just leans on Crobat to do the heavy lifting. Its attack only does 120 damage, but it also poisons the opponent's Pokemon, and it can ramp up to deal a ton of damage, actually. Yo, look at this Zorua. Dang, they're all so good. I feel like all the art rares are so, cute and thematic. This Zorua is just, peak, honestly. What a beautiful card. I love the shallow depth of field that we got going on here. Just absolutely amazing. And the Pokemon cards, really, I feel like they do all the heavy lifting for making the Pokemon franchise come to life and, be a, believable, beautiful thing that people fall in love with. For me, the video games could never. They could never make me feel like this about a Zorua, honestly. Look how freaking cute that is. That's insane. The artwork does all the heavy lifting. Yeah, Zorua is really cool. Evolves into a Zoroark that I think does more damage times the amount of Pokemon EX and V your opponent has in play. The Pokemon Company definitely likes Zoroark. Seems like Zoroark always gets at least a somewhat interesting card. Our second Beware art rare. All the art rares in the set are so gorgeous, so doubling up on them does not feel bad. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway at the end of the pack opening for some of my extras. So if you're watching live on Twitch, you can stay tuned for that. And if you win the little giveaway at the end, I'll send you a little pack of some of my duplicates that I don't need for my collection or for building decks. And since we're only opening one set today, we should get a healthy amount of duplicates, you would think. I do like that Tapu Bulu for Grass Gym Leader Challenge decks. It's a solid attacker. If you've got the Venusaur set up with the Jungle Totem ability, then you can make it so that all your grass energy count as 2 grass energy, which means you can do 220 damage for just 2 energy, which is really hype. And there's our first Okidogi EX. This absolute unit has 250 HP, and its first attack accelerates 2 energy from the deck, I think, to itself, and leaves itself poisoned. Second attack does 130 damage plus 130 more damage if Okidogi is poisoned. So kind of just sets itself up. And then you can attach that Binding Mochi tool card, which does 40 more damage if it's poisoned, and then boom, you're doing 300 damage. Just like that with a 250 hit point basic Pokemon. This thing is nuts. I think has a lot of potential in the Pokemon TCG, most definitely. This Q font is so cool. That's something I really like about Gym Leader Challenge too, is like you get to play some of the fun little guys, you know, that you might not get to play in other decks. This Q font could go in your Metal Gym Leader Challenge deck. That'd be awesome. And we got the new Haxorus Holo Rare, and this guy is pretty neat. If you're really into Regidrago V-Star decks, you could put a one of Haxorus in your Regidrago V-Star deck so that you can do 230 damage. It does have the downside that you have to discard 3 cards from the top of your deck. Its single energy attack instantly KOs any Pokemon with a special energy attached to it. So that could also be useful in your Regidrago V-Star deck. All you have to do is put this card in the discard pile and copy its attacks with Regidrago V-Star. This guy could also be a heavy hitter in Gym Leader Challenge format. 230 damage is a great amount of damage to deal, and Stage 2 attackers are pretty popular in GLC. So a card that could certainly see some play. Definitely a fan of that guy. Our second Pecharunt EX. Nice. Yeah, the Haxorus does remind me a little bit of the Single Strike Beedrill, which was super popular during the late Sword and Shield block. The Single Strike Beedrill, part of what made it so good, though. Yo, let's go. Full Art Colress. Love finding these full art supporter cards. This is awesome. The Colress, is it like Colress's Initiative or Colress's something? I don't know. It gets a Stadium card and an Energy card, which is just super good. I mean, Stadiums are really powerful, and Special Energy can be really powerful as well. Chat's telling me it's Colress's Tenacity. Got it. Yeah, this is definitely a very strong card. And I expected to see some play in standard formats and in Gym Leader Challenge format. In Gym Leader Challenge format, Colress's Tenacity kind of acts as a second Guzma and Hala. A lot of decks play Guzma and Hala to find those special energy early on. Stadium cards can also be great since you can find a Artisan to help you set up, or, you know, in Gym Leader Challenge, you could even find Tropical Beach to help you draw cards. A lot of cool applications for that Colress's Initiative. In Gym Leader Challenge, you can find Capture Energy and Artisan, so you could set up your entire board with a turn 1 Colress's Initiative. Just get the Artisan to help you find a basic, get the Capture Energy to help you find a basic. And what's funny is with Stadium cards like Town Store, you can actually turn the Stadium search into a tool search. So you could go Colress's Initiative for a Town Store, and then there's our Pokevital A. Yeah, Colress's Initiative for Town Store for a tool card that you need, and get a Special Energy too. So it's pretty cool, honestly. Pretty cool the way that card works. And I think that, you know, when Arven was first printed, I was kind of sleeping on Arven because it didn't read that great. At the time, like tool cards and getting a tool in an item just didn't seem like the most amazing thing in the world. But as we've kind of seen Arven grow into its position in the metagame, and as Creatures has continued to print just like stronger and stronger, not item cards, but tool cards, the Arven supporter has really become like a staple in a lot of competitive Pokemon TCG decks. And I could see a similar, you know, kind of trajectory for the Colress's Initiative card. But what's crazy is that they kind of like pre-nerfed the Colress's Initiative. Like they printed Colress's Initiative, and then in the same set, they printed a Kyurem that can punish decks that play Colress's Initiative because it can do 110 damage to 3 things for just 1 energy. Am I saying Initiative? It's Colress's Tenacity, guys. It's Colress's Tenacity. And here's the new Zoroark. The Zoroark does 60 damage times the amount of Pokemon EX and V that your opponent has in play. Why do I keep saying Colress's Initiative? It's literally the only initiative ever is Cyrus's Initiative. There's still time, TPCI. What if we just change the name to Colress's Initiative? All right, Colress's Tenacity. I'm good. I'm good on Colress's Tenacity. Colress's Initiative, though, that's a fine name for a supporter right there. Yo, what the? Look at this thing. This Cresselia is nuts. It's like gliding through a glacial pass or something. Like, what in the world? Look at this card. It looks like it's just kind of gliding through some snowy mountains or something. That is gorgeous. Wow, just like white out snow conditions. You got like the smallest little pine tree down there to kind of like key you into the fact that it's a mountain. But dang, that is gorgeous. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Stunning card. Now imagine if this thing had a yellow border. I'm saying yellow border believers, JW is one. I was talking to JW about this weekend at the North American International Championships. Bro, yellow borders would ruin this card. Just really distract from the artwork, right? It's like taking every piece of fine art that you would ever purchase and putting it in a gaudy yellow frame for like no reason. Like imagine going to a museum and all the fine art is in the worst gaudy yellow borders you've ever seen. Another Blood Moon. Another Munkidori EX. Cool stuff. I'm realizing now that I don't have chat on the screen. We should invite chat up. All right. Sorry, chat. You've been in the doghouse for the last 2 booster boxes, but I remembered you now. So, chat, welcome to the VOD. You're here now. Now make sure to behave yourselves. All right. We had some good hits out of that box. The Colress, that was definitely a highlight. On to box number 3. Still time to find some special illustration rares for show. Well, let's do it. Now, Jesse and I are going to build some decks out of these new cards to show off on stream in the weeks ahead. This is going to be the last set before the World Championships, and Jesse and my buddy JW are both going to the World Championships this year. I was not trying for my World Championship invite this year. I ended the season with over 400 championship points. I only went to 2 League Cups, and I went to 0 challenges. If I had wanted to grind out for my World's invite, I could have. But my firstborn child is due in September, and I have been kind of planning my year around that instead of the World Championships instead. So I am really excited about that and cannot wait to welcome my child into the world. So that's what we got on the agenda for this fall. Yo, check out this Persian. This thing is so sick. I had not seen this artwork. This is my first time seeing this. Wow. That is so cool. Look at Persian. It's just hanging out in like Giovanni's room or something, looking out from the top of Silphco. I know. I am so excited that they're doing another Team Rocket set, guys. I can't even control my excitement. Honestly, those of you guys that were here hanging out, you know, I was ranting about the fact that they haven't done anything with Team Rocket or any real Pokemon villains in way too long. I was ranting about it like just 2 weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago. We were just popping off about it. And I was like, you know, Pokemon's gone too soft. They don't even have real villains anymore. Like, and they don't. Pokemon has gone soft. The villains are like school bullies and stuff. And like in Sun and Moon, the villains, I thought it was cool the way they did Team Skull in Sun and Moon. Like, the real villains are not Team Skull. Team Skull is just a bunch of misunderstood outcasts, but the real villains are like, you know, the people from the what was the name of the group that like Lusamine was a part of, right? Those people were like, yeah, the Aether Conservation people, the Aether Foundation. Yeah, dang, look how cool that fracture is, right? Yeah, the Aether Foundation was actually like the real bad guys, right? And they were kind of represented like, you know, business or society elites, you know, with their own agendas and stuff. So like, that was cool. That was really cool. But then like, since then, man, it has been terrible. Like, Team Star is nothing. Team Yell was like actually insulting. Like, dude, Team Yell, you're just a bunch of hooligans, man. You're not even villains. You're just like kind of cheering for Marnie a little too loud. Like, come on. I mean, come on. Right? Like, we need more villains that are actually up to no good. Like, the world is full of villains. Just look around. There are villains everywhere. And you're telling me the worst we can cook up is Team Yell and Team Star? It's ridiculous. So finally, we've got some actual... you got to have conflict. Like, conflict makes interest in a story or a game or whatever. Like real conflict, right? It creates interest. It drives, you know, passion and pursuit of goals. So, like, I'm really excited for the Team Rocket set to come back. I think that's going to be super cool. And I imagine that the artwork for the Team Rocket set, I'm sure is going to pop off. I can't wait to see what they cook up with that. But honestly, it's been so long since they did a Team Rocket set. They did, they did the original Team Rocket set. Was it like, what, 99, 2000? Probably 99. And then another Cresselia, nice. The original Team Rocket set was 99, and then they did EX Rocket Returns in like 2005. I know, and there's going to be illustration rare rocket cards. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go absolutely nuts. I've heard that the villains in Pokemon Horizons is pretty cool, but I haven't seen any of the Pokemon Horizons anime yet. Is it good? What do you guys, what's the consensus on Pokemon Horizons? Nice, our second Ogie Dogie EX. It's modern anime. I mean, that sounds good. Jake saying everything without Ash is an insult. Absolutely not. I think Ash is one of the worst protagonists ever in any sort of media. Ash is such a unbearable protagonist that I have never watched any of the Pokemon anime. All right. In fact, Ash being gone is one of the few things that have me even remotely interested in the anime. Yeah. Ash has been played out for like 20 years. Ash played out. Ash is so bad they don't even print him in the Pokemon cards for real. All right. That's how bad Ash is. Ash is so bad they don't even want him. They don't even want him in the Pokemon cards, dog. they leave him out, right? That's how lame Ash is. All right, our first Pheasantipity EX. Let's go. That's what I'm freaking talking about. This card is so good. It's kind of like the return of Oricorio GX. It's got this ability that allows you to draw 3 cards if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, and then its attack does 100 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon for 3 energy. Neato. I think this card's going to be great as a draw option for lots of decks. I mean, you basically can turn a Nest Ball into a little bit of an explosive draw option. It is kind of great as a option instead of Bibarel. Like, not all decks are going to have to play Bibarel. If they want to have a little Iono protection, they can just play a Pheasantipity, and then at the end of the game, if you need it, you can Nest Ball for the Pheasantipity, and then make sure that you have some draw to protect against your opponent's hand disruption. Our third Pokevital A. All right, let's go. Maybe we can get a whole 6-pack of these pink monster drinks. That'd be pretty hype. No, we need some of the laser. The laser is like the worst card ever printed. We have to find it. All right, let's go, dude. Our ultra rare was hiding in the last pack. We've got the Gold Pecharunt EX. Cool. Yeah, look at that. That thing is going to look super fly sitting on my bench. Tell you what, switching all my Ogie Dogies into the active spots. That's hype. That's hype. I definitely prefer the illustration rares to the gold cards, but you can't complain about a gold card pull. That's pretty sick. Box number 4. Yo, I didn't know Qfont had a art rare. Oh my goodness. The art rares in this set are absolutely amazing. My goodness, look at this. That's crazy. The world's most adorable Qfont. Just showering itself off. Man, absolutely love that. Okay, we still need the Dusknoir illustration rare or art rare. That would be hype. But I feel like we've got a good spread of them so far. There's another Pheasantipity EX. Awesome. Which is really exciting for me because I collect the Japanese art rares. Doing all the Japanese openings for content. The cards that I've been like most interested in hanging on to are the art rares. Like I've got a binder just full of them, and it's cool because it kind of reminds me of all the different sets that I've opened for the channel over the years. Because I do all these openings in Japanese, it's just easier to like find the cards that I need. It's crazy, but like it's pretty much easier to find the cards that I need to build decks by opening the Japanese product. But I would almost never say that about English cards. But then again, I do live in, I live next to a card store, so that sells English cards, so that's like very easy. But buying Japanese singles is not quite as easy. There we go, Janine's Secret Technique Full Art. Not the special illustration rare, unfortunately, but still a very cool card. This is hype for sure. We've got the Full Art Colress now and the Full Art Janine's Secret Technique. This card is going to be great with that Ogie Dogie EX, and I mean, could be the backbone of that Crobat deck, which I'm certainly going to be showing off on tabletop soon. And I'm sorry for all you United Wings fans out there. I don't think that the Dartrix actually makes United Wings a playable deck. I think United Wings is still terrible, even with Dartrix printed. And the problem isn't that there isn't enough United Wings Pokemon. The problem is that United Wings has not kept up with inflation. That's the problem, okay? HP inflation has gone crazy. Since 2015, when Night March was printed, like, Night March had the same 20 times multiplier back in 2015, and Pokemon only had 180 to 200 HP. Now Pokemon got 280 to 340 hit points, and United Wings has the same 20 times multiplier that Night March had almost a decade ago. And United Wings does not have Battle Compressor or a card like Shaman EX to just draw through the entire deck quickly. So there's no easy and fast way. Holy smokes, all of these are so beautiful. Like, what in the world, dude? This Houndoom is so cool. Wow, this like reminds me of like the wolves from The Hobbit. I read The Hobbit last year for the first time. Yeah, the wolves kind of like running through the woods, chasing after the company, something like that. Yeah, that was cool. Man, what a gnarly card. So sick. Yeah, I love that all the art rares are spooky themed. There we go. Another Pecharunt EX. We've got plenty of Pecharunt EX. Do I have a deck that I'm most excited to build from this set? Yes. The deck that I'm most excited to build is probably the Crobat deck. I want to build a deck that's like, yeah, where you like attack with Crobat. The Crobat fills your hand to 8. If you played Janine's Technique, there's another Ogie Dogie. All right, I think that's our third one. We should be good to build the Ogie Dogie deck. Hype. Would like a 4th Ogie Dogie. But I've got 2 booster boxes to find it, so that should be all right. I am excited for Rings of Power Season 2. Just a fan of Lord of the Rings. Like, it might not be the best show ever, but it's all right. I'll watch it. The books are always better, but I like watching people and performers be passionate about creating in the world of Tolkien. So, okay, here we are with our 4th Pokevital A. I mean, statistically unlikely, really, that we would find 4. I'm going for the whole 6-pack now. See if we can't get 2 more at this point. And there we go. Yes, we've got the whole line now. Dusknoir. Let's look at all 3 of these guys right next to each other. We've completed the story. Things start off with the Duskull walking down the street at nighttime. And then Dusclops stops right outside your house, staring at you from across the way, right over the hedges. And then Dusknoir is standing right at your window, looking inside. Let him in. Who's letting the Dusknoir in? Who's letting that Dusknoir in? Anybody? No way. Dusknoir comes up to your windows. Just knocking on it, staring inside. No shot. What? Yo, what the heck is this? This is crazy. Holy smokes, we finally found one. Secret Art Rare Pheasantipity EX. Look how freaking gnarly this thing is. Wow. And this booster box had two secret rares as well, because we already got the Janine's Secret Technique full arts. Dang, this thing is nuts. Wow, just a beautiful card. Absolutely gorgeous. This thing is incredible. Wow, it looks so good. Really. I mean, I'm blown away by how good this illustration rare looks. That is so cool. Wow, what a striking card. You know, the contrast, the red, white, and black colorway. Man, that is so cool. Wow, thrilled to pull that. That is a cool card for sure. And we still got 2 booster boxes to go. We could pull the secret art rare Ogie Dogie. I think I saw the secret art rare Ogie Dogie. Like, looks pretty cool. I have not seen that Pheasantipity though. You guys want to do one Wombo combo booster box? The biggest Wombo combo double box opener. Gorgeous. Let's do it. We're opening our final 2 booster boxes at the same time. Yes! Okay, I found the other A-Spec card, thank goodness, because I was honestly stressing out that maybe I was going to find all 6 Pokevital A's, so there we go. Cool. The new Stadium card makes it so that all of your non-rule box Pokemon cannot be damaged by Pokemon EX and Pokemon V. But I think the Stadium cannot be recovered once it's countered. So like it's got that downside to it, but it could be a game winner if you get it to stick. Yeah, the laser is the ace spec we haven't pulled yet. It is probably one of the, it's definitely like one of the worst ace specs ever printed. I mean, it's got to be. It is extremely bad. I think even looking back, wow, there we go. Okidogi EX. Looking back, even some of those old terrible ace specs, like the Dangerous Laser is even worse than those. Did I hear the news about Worlds having an asymmetrical cut this year? I think I did hear some news about that, and it simply made me sad because I bubbled out of top 8 of Worlds in 2015 at 9th place. On opponent's resistance. It was 1/10 of a percentage point on opponent's resistance. I bubbled out of top 8 of the World Championships. And that was just it. Yeah. Yep. And that was it. I had the same record as the people at 8th place, 7th place, 6th place. Yep. Just bubbled out. Yeah, it was kind of rough, but it's all good. Happens. Bubbling out of Top Cut means that you had the same record as the players who did make top 8, but that you lost your position on tiebreakers. So the way that the tiebreakers work in the Pokemon TCG is that they go off of opponent's resistance. So that means they combine all of your opponent's records and they say, all right, who had the stronger opponents? Full art Monkey Tori EX. Oh, man, look at this absolute goober, dude. All right. I got to say, this full art is actually kind of fun, though. And as far as the full arts go, the full arts had typically been like some of my least favorite secret rares to pull, but this one is kind of neat. He's kind of fun. He's got like a nice spiral background. He's posed up as well. Look at those hands crossed, Yeah, he's hardcore. So yeah, the first set of tiebreakers is opponent's resistance. So when compared to the 8th place finisher after Swiss rounds at the 2015 World Championships, I had the same exact opponent's resistance as the 8th place finisher. So not only did I have the same record as the 8th place person, but my opponents had the same win-loss record as the 8th place person's opponents. So then they go to the next tiebreaker, which is opponent's resistance. So what was the record of all of your opponents' opponents? And I lost that tiebreaker by 1/10 of a percent. Fun, right? And finished 9th place at the World Championships in 2015 because of it. Yes. There's Kingdra EX. Woohoo! With my Night March deck. But yes, I'm very glad that nobody is going to have to deal with the misfortune of bubbling out of top 8 again. Asymmetrical cut, that sounds great. Wonderful. Another fracture. That's just good. It's good for the game, good for people who spent, all year grinding to get to that position. Would I have been able to be? Honestly, Jacob was drawing so hot. I don't know that anybody was going to stop Jacob Van Wagner that day from winning with Archiestoice, and that's okay. But having a chance to compete for a top 4, that would have been hype. I would have really loved the opportunity to potentially do that. But it's all good. Yes! Look at this thing! Oh, man, he's so freaking cool, bro! What? Dude, he's nuts. Look at this Okie Dokie EX. He's crazy. Oh, my gosh. How gnarly is this thing? Wow. Oh, I can't believe how cool this card is. This thing is absolutely nuts. Whoa, just crazy. It's like green, pink, purple. Like, oh man, the colors in this thing are just so gnarly. That is so cool. Oh, I love it. This was the card that I was probably hoping to pull the most out of the sets. I had seen it and I remember thinking it was super cool, but I didn't remember what it looked like. I just saw it in passing and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And now to like see it in person, sheesh. So we got the secret Ogie Dogie and we got the secret Pheasantipity. Whoa. And we got the gold Petron. Honestly, our pulls in this opening have been pretty insane. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Holy. Look at this thing. Bro, what? What? Ain't no way, dude. We got all three. All three, dude. What the heck? That's so crazy. And the gold Pecharunt? Oh my gosh. What in the world? This is so sick. Wow. Yes, dude. What a dream come true. We got the secret Pheasantipity, the secret Ogie Dogie, and the secret Monkey Dory. Sheesh. That is so nuts. Oh my goodness. And these cards all look so good. Let's look at them all together. What the heck, dude? I was not expecting all this. Like, no way. Yeah, look at all those. Sheesh. That is some cool cardboard. That is some really cool cardboard right there. God, they look so good together too, because they're all like thematic. They're all illustrated by the same person too. Oh, I absolutely love that. Kantaro. They are all illustrated by Kantaro as well. And they did an amazing job with these illustrations. Wow. I don't know. They don't fit together, no. But they definitely all have like the same vibe. Sheesh. Is there a Pecharunt illustration rare too? You got another Cresselia. There's a Pecharunt. I think we got the gold Pecharunt. I don't foresee us seeing the I don't foresee us getting another illustration rare. I think we've been extremely lucky so far with the 3 that we got. Wow, half of our boxes. Pecha, all Loyal 3, and Cassiopeia all have illustration rares. Half of our boxes had secret illustration rares in them. That's insane. Got another Ogie Dogie EX. Wonderful. All I need is 4 to build the Ogie Dogie deck. And we got a second stadium. So no laser, dude. No dangerous laser. Out of all of our boxes. I can't believe we didn't pull the worst ace spec of all time. That's fine. We pulled the only 2 that matter, honestly. If they even do matter. They probably don't even matter. I think in the Ogie Dogie deck, you definitely want to play like Prime Catcher or something. Yeah, you probably just want to play Prime Catcher in a whole bunch of decks. We did see that Stefan Ivanhoff played the Hyper Aroma all the way to an NAIC Finals, so that was cool to see. I mean, Hyper Aroma is definitely a very good card as well. Being able to just get a very explosive board setup on the second turn of the game. Wow, so many lightning Revivrooms. What will I do with all of them? Nada. The lightning Revivrooms, they're not good. I've seen a lot of people in my YouTube comments telling me that lightning Revivroom is actually good. I really hate to inform them that it is not actually good. 140 damage just ain't really doing it, you know? Another Pheasantipity. I think people are just talking about 140 being good. I don't think that people really want to, or that they're going to put, you know, they just want to put like Revivroom in the Metang deck. But the thing is that Dialga is just better in every single way. Like, why would you commit any energy to Revivroom when you could just commit more energy to Dialga? There's really no points. It does one-hit KO Lumineon, Pidgeot, and Lugia with the first attack. It does, but you have to beat more than lightning weak things in order to win tournaments. Dialga doesn't hit Lugia for weakness, that's true. But like adding a 2/2 Revivroom to you're not like fixing your, I don't think you're really fixing your Lugia matchup with this thing. If I'm being honest. And then as far as being like its own deck goes, it just doesn't really do enough damage. You're not even two-hit KOing like a Dragapult or a Charizard. Nice. Got another Q-Font. Hey, you're not two-hit KOing anything bigger than a V-Star. Nice. Another Dusclops. Yeah, I don't even think, you don't even need a tech for Lugia anymore. Lugia is just such a pile. Just let it implode on itself. You don't even need to account for that thing. Nice, another Houndoom. Did I get all of the illustration rares? Who did I miss? I'm sure I missed somebody in here. Ah, Horsey. Cool. Nice of you to show up. Just 3 packs remaining. We didn't have Horsey yet. Yes, we don't have Cassiopeia, but I'm talking about just like the commons, like these guys. Like what illustration rares are we, or what art rares are we missing there? And that's it for our 6 booster boxes of Night Wanderer, the newest Pokemon TCG set from Japan. These cards are going to be a part of our upcoming Pokemon TCG set, Shrouded Fable, which releases soon. It is going to be the most recent Pokemon TCG set for the World Championships in August. So we had some really insane pulls. We got Full Art Colress's not Initiative. Full Art Colress's something. And then we got the Full Art's Janine Secret Technique. We got Full Art Kingdra. Got the whole Dusknoir line. Colress's Tenacity. Okay. We got 4 Pokevital A's. There's our Janine. I think we hit almost all of the art rares. And, of course, the highlight was pulling all 3 of the loyal 3 secret illustration rares. Just absolutely incredible. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'm going to be taking these cards and building decks to play on tabletop to show off here on the channel. So if that interests you at all, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with all of my most recent uploads. Y'all take it easy and have a good one. See ya.